This is day 14's journal, filmed on day 15. Yesterday, we woke up in Salzburg, and I was so excited because whenever people would ask me, what are you looking forward to the most on your trip, I would always say, I cannot wait to see the places from The Sound of Music. So that's the one thing I was looking forward to the most coming into this trip. So I woke up, I was like, yes, the hills are alive. I set my alarm to...
I like this bathroom because it has all the appropriate towels.
I'm filming my journal.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi! This bathroom's great because it has enough towels and you don't have to use the ones that you wipe off from the shower with to wash your hands, to dry your hands after you use the bathroom.
Now that you wasted 30 seconds of your time.
Sorry.
So I set my alarm to Edelweiss to put me in the mood for The Sound of Music. I was so excited. And then we woke up and got ready. I ate breakfast, and then I took a shower, so I looked like a troll at breakfast, but whatever. And I got ready in 26 minutes. I was so proud of myself. And I thought I looked really cute. I wore my new shirt that I had bought in Germany. And I was like, I'm going to look cute, and I'm going to have pictures taken, me twirling around the hills, singing, and at all the Sound of Music places. So I was like, yeah, I'm ready for this day. Then we went outside, and it was really cold, and gonna rain all day. I'm like, oh, surprise there. I was like, but it'll be okay. But it was so bitter cold. That's the problem. Like rain, I can handle. Cold, eh. So we got to the Maribel Gardens, and we saw the steps from The Sound of Musical, and they were really nice, except they looked different than I remembered them being in the movie, but apparently they weren't. But so we got a picture there, and that was fun. And then we were like, hey, what are we gonna do? Do you want to go on the bike tour? Because it's supposed to rain. And I was like, I want to go on the bike tour. But then I decided that if I ended up riding the bike for 3.5 hours in the bitter cold and the rain, then I'd probably be kind of upset. So we saw this tour called the Hop On, Hop Off tour. Sorry, excuse me for a second. Woo, okay. Hop On, Hop Off tour. That was only 16 euros. So we're like, let's do that. So me, Kayla Redding, and Taylor, and Morgan, we got on the bus after waiting for a while, and we started the tour. The tour was subpar, significantly subpar. And I think in golf, subpar means good, but in this situation, it means bad. And I just sounded really dumb. But anyway, it was not good. We got on the bus, and the first bus driver, she was rude. So we went to the cafe and got food and waited for the next bus driver, hoping he'd be nicer. And he was, but not much. And we started driving around, and we put in our earbuds, and we set it to the channel that spoke English. And one of my biggest disappointments was that this town of Salzburg, from what I got from the movie, was like this countryside, cute little town. But in real life, it's not. It's like just this city full of buses and cars and full of people and shops. And it was just really busy. And so the fact that most of the stops on the tour were just in the middle of like this random city street, and you couldn't really picture the scene from the movie, it kind of made me sad a little bit. Because I wanted to be in this cute little country town. So we started driving around, and we saw a fountain that was in the movie, and we saw the place where they had their picnic. One cool place we saw was the house, one of the houses, because there's two houses that were in the movie. So we saw one of the houses in front of the lake where they were rowing and then fell in. So that was fun. But the bus driver was like, okay, you have 3 minutes here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I want more than 3 minutes. But if I waited more than 3 minutes, we'd have to wait 30 minutes in the cold for the next bus to get there. And Taylor and Morgan did not want to do that. So we ran around and tried to get see everything. But then the bus driver started leaving, and then we had to like wave him down so that he would pick us up. He didn't want to wait, but whatever. And then we drove by, and like on our headphones it was like, this is where the gazebo is, and then it described the places around the gazebo. But we couldn't see the gazebo, so we're like, hey, we'll just get off at the stop. But the bus driver never stopped. He slowed down for a pedestrian, looked back at us, and then kept on driving. So we never even saw the gazebo. That is ridiculous, okay? Ridiculous. Doesn't make sense. It's the most prominent prop piece in the entire movie, and we didn't even see it. So we're like, okay, that was great. So the next stop was the Abbey. I was like, I want to see the Abbey. But we couldn't see it from the road. So I was like, can we please get off? So we got off. And even though they didn't want to wait, I made them wait. So I was like, I want to spend all this money and not see places from sound music. So we walked around and we couldn't find the Abbey. So we ate lunch and we had this awesome. 2 people had pizza. I had soup, tomato soup with tortellini. It was really good. It was at this fancy restaurant, but it didn't cost very much. And then I was like, I need to find the Abbey. So we found it. And I walked all the way up all these bajillion steps, and I touched the Abbey, even though it looked nothing like the Abbey from the movie, but apparently it was. So I touched it, and that's all that matters. And then we were like, okay, there's one more stop on the tour. So we waited for the bus, and we got on it again, a different bus. This bus driver was a little bit nicer. And we saw the last stop, which I don't even remember what it was. It was just on a city street. So I couldn't really pinpoint the place in the movie. And we got off the bus. And then we were so cold, and it was rainy, and we knew it was going to start raining harder. And we pulled a lame move, and we got on the bus a little after 2 and rode back to the hotel, and we got there at 2:30. There was already a group of people there, so we weren't even the first ones back, but I didn't want to tell you that this morning when you asked me what time I got back, because I didn't want to rat them out, but we weren't even the first group back. There was a group back at 1 o'clock. So now you know, now in July or August, you know the truth. And we just chilled. I took an hour and 45-minute nap. It was much needed. Rested me a lot. And I wrote in my journal a little bit, and I got on Wi-Fi and talked to my friends and my family. And it was nice to just not have to be anywhere. And every time I looked outside, I was thankful that I was not outside, because it was pouring down rain, and everyone that came in was super cold. And at 6 o'clock, the pizza place opened in the hotel, and I got a salami pizza. It was delicious. I ate the entire thing. It was probably about like that big. I ate it all. Wanted to vomit, but it was so good. I ordered an orange drink, because it was under all the sodas, and one of them said orange, so I said orange. It ended up being orange juice, so that's good to know. But then we just chilled, and then my favorite moment of the day was when Darcy walked into our hotel room, and she said, I miss you so much! And then she ran and gave me a really big hug, and I felt so loved.
Because I did miss her.
Yay. And I didn't know how much I missed her that day until I saw her, even though I knew the whole day how much I missed her, but not quite as much. So much. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. But I missed her. And then she told me that Mandy said that I was a 10-year younger version of her, which is like the best compliment ever, because in 10 years, if I'm like Mandy, then I'm going to be so content with myself. So, thanks for the compliment. That was really nice. I told you I'm obsessed with you. And then I just FaceTimed and stuff. Family. And that was day number 14. Peace out. Puppy down.